listening to the album, good luck.
It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. At 5, it's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. Oh, and they pick it up, time to push for that marker. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. And he fakes the spike. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. McCaffrey running between the tackles. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And they make the tackle at the 38. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. Involved here. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. They'll cobble together a yard there. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Putting a receiver in motion. On third down, Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Okay, instead of my usual why, I'm going to ask you how. How do you stop them short on the sneak right there? And the answer, well, most of the time you can't. And you don't. And that's why they'll go to that sneak time and time again.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Purdy on first down. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. We're at the end of one in a defensive showdown that has lived up to its billing thus far. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. Man in motion here. On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Completed to his running back. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This throw is caught. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They've got a man in motion. Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him a couple on the run, and they'll need the same here
Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case, a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
3rd and goal, Purdy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. He's off to the races. He's at the 30. It's the 10. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away,
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And this won't be returned. It's going to be a touchback, but because it hit in the landing zone first, Brock, per the new rules this season, the ball comes out to the 20 and not the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. Taking a deep shot here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. So it'll be 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Fits it through the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. They're set up at the 35 now. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Let's go. Purdy setting up that play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
To throw again, it's Purdy. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Has a hole left, room to run. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick 6 touchdown. 2nd time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick 6 to watch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Coaching youth football, Kate, this is where the kids like to say, it's starting to get real. It's starting to get real for this offense. They've got to find some solutions. This deficit, it's getting bigger. And that sack isn't helping matters.
Trying again following the sack. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I mean, you could see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
Here he is on third and long. He fires one deep down the middle. Oh, brother, it's another interception. He's out in the clear. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick six, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6. And they're going to be in a tough spot as he ends up out of bounds at his own 7.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw. He lets a heater go deep, and they pick him off again. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he makes the Hets go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Well, we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock, but how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here's Wishnowsky now to handle the kickoff. Jaden Reed to return this. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here's 2nd and 11. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll come up 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. 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 1
runs inside the 35. And he has it down at the 26-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I'll be the one to say it, Kate. He gets up through that second level, 15, 20 yards. We're rooting for him to take it to the distance. It's hard to do. It's tough to make a gain like this happen in the NFL, but as you saw, still even tougher to take it to the house.
And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Running it after the penalty. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready?
Jacobs. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. On now is McManus to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
From the gun is Purdy. He puts everything behind this big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy throwing here on 1st. He's got it near the 8. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The 49ers start the second half with some needed points. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here's Wishnowsky now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Devondre Campbell making the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play.
Third quarter of play with the score.
Second down now, 7 to go. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
On 2nd down, Jacobs has a lane inside the 35. This play goes for 36. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
36 yards. That's another Green Bay Packer.
They stick with Jacobs. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. Sack.
11-yard line.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers keep running away with this. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running back sent in motion. First down throw by Purdy. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty.
Let's go. Back 60. Let's go.
Now it's Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. 49ers just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
19 right.
From the 37. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Gotta hurry this to the line. Purdy on first down. Kittle brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, 49ers.
They are throwing it again. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 19. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
19 tight, 19 tight, go!
3rd and short, here's Purdy. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Getting out to his left. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. 2nd down, looking for options. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The 49ers making the scoreboard look a touch better. George Kittle, the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
This one is up and good. And the 49ers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here's Wishnowsky now to handle the kickoff. Power squib kick is taken in. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So this is a Packers win. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out